What's gravy, ladies? It's your good friend Elijah here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can create and secure your first desktop cryptocurrency wallet. Hopefully, along the lines, you kind of get the general information about cryptocurrency, how it works on the network, how your public and private keys work, and maybe just some general knowledge about encryption and how you can save your wallet and secure it in the correct manner. I'm also going to be walking you through how I'm going to be transferring from another wallet into the wallet that I have here on my desktop. And I'll also be providing just a simple walkthrough for those users that are on Coinbase, such as a lot of my friends that actually wanted to see this video. So that is the main purpose for me making this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments. I'll definitely be monitoring that regularly after I post this. So if I don't have the answer for you, I'll definitely point you in the right direction. And I hopefully this is really good information for you guys to use and actually use. So I am just going to jump right into it. So today we're going to be installing and downloading the Jaxx Wallet. I'm going to be encrypting a folder that contains the application itself, along with a key that is used to restore the wallet. So you won't need that key unless you're trying to restore it on another desktop. Maybe you lose it for some reason, you forget the password, you forget your PIN, things of that nature. And so hopefully that is going to be pretty easy for you guys. I am on a Mac desktop. I will be providing a short video at the end of this on a Windows machine of how you can encrypt a folder and actually store your Jaxx application within it. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So first off, I'm going to just open up my Brave browser. I'm going to go to Jaxx Wallet download. We're just going to go right to the Jaxx Liberty downloads. This first one here, jaxx.io. Make sure you're on the right one. We're going to go to desktop versions. Yeah, just the same thing I was kind of saying. I am on Mac. If you're using a Linux machine, you're most likely not watching this video and you're not installing a wallet for the first time. That's because people that use Linux are most likely more prominent to just kind of know how wallets, cryptocurrency, like that, things in general work. But if you are, that's super cool. I'm glad you're using Linux. And I hope that this kind of falls along the right lines with, creating a DMG file on Mac. It'll be kind of the same as creating like an app image on Linux. So hopefully we can kind of relate with that. I'm just going to be using a not SHA-256. I'm going to be using AES-256 to encrypt these folders. But yeah, let's just jump right into the download. So I'm going to just click download for Mac. We'll just store it here on the desktop for now. We're not going to open this just yet after it downloads. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and we're going to go ahead and jump into creating our disk utility, creating our disk that will be storing our cryptocurrency wallet. So I use disk utility to encrypt my folders, things of that nature. So what we're going to do is you're going to have this little pop-up. We're going to go to File, we're going to go to New Image, we're going to go to Blank Image. I'm just going to title this Jaxx. I'm going to store it on the desktop. We'll call it the disk Jaxx as well. I recommend using about 1 gigabyte to do this. Jaxx Wallet as a whole, I think, is about 400 megabytes, along with the DMG, which is about 200. And so 1 gigabyte should be good to partition on the side to just kind of have. Mac OS Extended is fine to use. The encryption you want to use is 256-bit. So I'm going to just use a passphrase here. I recommend making this private to you and you alone. No one else should know this because this is your wallet. This is like the physical wallet that you carry around in your pocket. So if you don't have your wallet on you, imagine that someone takes your wallet. That's essentially like what this password is going to be for. If for cases such as if someone were to literally steal your wallet. They have access to your cards, maybe cash in your wallet, your driver's license, things of that nature. So I'm going to create a phrase here that has to match up, of course. I may have typed it twice. Here we go. Maybe that works. Good. So we're going to do a single partition here. We're going to do a read-write disk image. And we're just going to click save. So this is going to create our DMG file. As you can see right here, I'll go ahead and drag these two over just so we can make sure we keep them separately from everything else. And essentially what I'm going to do is, after this creates, I'm actually going to go into my Finder. Once it creates, we're going to see it pop up right here under shared. And we'll give it a second. There it is. And I'm going to go to it, right? So this is essentially a clean folder. I can just click and drag things onto if I like. It's currently unlocked. So say, for example, I were to eject the disk. What it'll say is the disk is not there. So when I open it again, I'll double click it. It'll give me an option to enter my passphrase. So I'll go ahead and do that. Maybe if I get it right first, nice. And I'm going to go back to my Finder and I'm going to come here. First thing I want to do is I want to click and drag this DMG that we just downloaded from Jaxx, and I'm going to put it right into that folder. This may take a few seconds to download or to copy, sorry. And we should be good to go after this. Another thing we'll go ahead and do is I'm going to open up my Sublime Text. We'll go ahead and let's see. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and create a new file here. You can use a text editor. It doesn't matter. If you don't have Sublime, you can use Notepad. It really doesn't matter as long as it's a text file. Word will even work. It doesn't matter as long as you have some way to store a list of words. So we're just going to call this key for now. And I can minimize this. Now I'm going to go ahead, and now that it's in my encrypted folder, I'm going to go ahead and double click Jaxx. It's going to verify. It's going to open up the app, or actually it's going to open up another disk that will allow us to have access to the app. Yep. So now usually on Mac, you're going to want to click and drag to applications, but in our case, since we're creating a secure wallet, we're going to just click and drag the app straight into our encrypted folder. This may take a few seconds, so we'll just give it time and I'll speed through it. All right, and we're good. So we see our application here now in our encrypted folder. Now we're good to just go ahead and exit out of this, and you can eject the disk liberty util there. I did not mean to do that. So we'll go back. And so now that that has been installed, we can actually go ahead and double click the application itself. Now, once we get in here, there's going to be a few customization selections that we're going to want to do. And this is just a way to secure your wallet even more. So the encrypted folder will secure your wallet in terms of the physical device that you have it on. I'm going to do some things that will even secure it more in terms of people trying to access your account, or access your cryptocurrency from the outside. So obviously Jaxx Liberty here is connected to the network. We can see some prices, current prices of Bitcoin, Ethereum, things of that nature. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and add in the crypto that I'm going to add. Okay, cool. So it's already on there. So what I want to do now is go into security. I want to go ahead and back this wallet up. So now this says back up your Jaxx Liberty wallet in private. With your backup phrase, you'll be able to restore your wallet even if you lose access to this device. But keep the 12-word backup phrase private. Anyone who has it can transfer away your digital assets. This is the phrase that these are the list of words that I was talking about that we're gonna store in this text file in our encrypted folder. So say for example, I can't access Jaxx Liberty because I do not remember the phrase, things of that nature. So I'm just gonna save it externally in my encrypted folder. So what I'm going to do is select no one's looking, it's safe to proceed, and once you click start backup, I'm actually not going to show you guys this because I'm actually going to be transferring some of my real funds onto this. So I'm going to just drag it over here and you guys can just follow along. So I'm going to start the backup. It'll take you straight to your 12-word backup phrase. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open this key file. Well, I already have it open in key. And I'm going to write down the 12 words that are listed and so I can have them for later. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You guys can follow along. And it's going to say go to the next 4 words. I'm going to write those down. Then I'm going to go to the next 4 words. Write those down. And I've got them all written down. Now, what we're gonna have to do is basically regurgitate back to Jaxx that we have that saved, just so Jaxx knows that it's officially out of their hands. And they have no reason not to trust you that you have saved and written down this, this phrase somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and do this. So it's going to ask you to select each word in the correct order that they were shown to you. All right, and I've got that done, and it shows me now the backup's complete. Your 12-word backup phrase is what you need to regain the access. So make sure that you just go ahead and click save on this key once you're finished. Save. Yep. Now we're going to go back to Jaxx Liberty Home. We're going to do one more step. So we're going to do a security password, and yours is going to look a little different, right? So I've already downloaded Jaxx previously, so Jaxx actually saved my information as long as I knew my password that I created before. So you're going to want to go in here, and I recommend that you can either keep the same phrase that you had as your encryption, or what I suggest is having a completely different password that is different from your encryption, so that just in case someone does get into your encrypted folder, they cannot actually take your funds from your wallet. So you want to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go back and we're going to go to some tools here. So here's kind of where you can see where you can restore an existing wallet. You can see your private keys, which you never want to show, especially in a video like this, to the wallet that you're connected to, because if someone has your private key and your public keys, then they essentially own your cryptocurrency. Now, there's some things that I want to hit on real quick with exchanges, for example. So exchanges like Coinbase, Uphold, and other crypto exchanges, they allow you to view your public key, so you can transfer money to there, or you can transfer money out. So you can actually view your private key within Coinbase, but unlike Robinhood does not allow you to see a private key or a public key. Now this is a problem because this essentially means that you cannot transfer your cryptocurrency out of Robinhood once you have bought it. The only way that you can get your money back is if you transfer to back to your Robinhood to USD, and then transfer your USD to a bank account or something like that. I have a big problem with this, and I try to warn people not to buy crypto on Robinhood because they do not have that implemented yet. So I do not recommend storing large amounts of money on any exchange anyways, but definitely not on Robinhood. If you're doing shorts on cryptocurrency, sure, get on Robinhood, run your shorts daily, whatever you're doing, that's completely fine. But if you are storing large amounts of money, large amounts of crypto, I highly recommend that you use a wallet like Jaxx and you never show someone your private key. So this is where you can see your private keys, certain things like that. Now we're gonna just jump right into some things here, right? So here we can see that I can buy and I can receive. So let's say I can buy. This is a pretty cool thing that Jaxx Liberty implemented not too long ago. It's kind of new to me, but I have always just used the classic Jaxx it didn't have any kind of, you could see pricings, I believe, once the Jaxx application had loaded up, but it was never running in the background, anything like that, because of the disk utility was disconnected. Now what we want to look at is your receive, right? So let's say that I want to transfer Bitcoin from Coinbase to my wallet. Now you have to know which network you're using, obviously. So if you're transferring Bitcoin, you have to use this Bitcoin address. If you're transferring Ethereum, you have to use this Ethereum address. If you're transferring Litecoin, you have to use this Litecoin address. All of these addresses are separate addresses connected to their own network. So Bitcoin has their own network, Ethereum has their own network, Litecoin, etc. So you want to make sure that when you go in to possibly paste this address into a exchange or another wallet, that you are transferring Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Ether to Ether, things of that nature. You don't want to ever try to cross. I almost want to say that most exchanges will recognize it pretty quickly that you're trying to do that and won't allow it. So what we'll do is I'm going to actually be transferring some BAT or basic attention token to my wallet today. I'm going to be doing that from an Uphold account, but I will go ahead and walk through the simple process of transferring crypto from Coinbase, and essentially the same thing that's with Coinbase. It's just like the others, as long as it's not Robinhood or some of these other like stock exchange apps that don't allow you to transfer cryptocurrency out. So we'll go ahead and jump into what I'm talking about. So on Coinbase, you may see, it may be different on your phone. You can do this from your phone. As you can see on my Jaxx, it actually has a QR scanner to scan my public key to send money to. What I want to do is I want to send receive, right? So I want to actually send some money. So let's say that I want to send Ethereum. I want to go ahead and just send it all, whatever. I put a little bit of Ethereum in here just to try to give an example. But unfortunately right now, the network fee is so high that this $10 is essentially $1 or $2 after I transfer it. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back here, click the Ethereum wallet network or the Ethereum network in my wallet, copy that public address, come back here. This too is going to be my public address. I can add a note if I like. And I'm going to pay with Ethereum. Now when I continue, you're going to see that I'm sending this amount. Now this amount is deducted because of this network fee. Coinbase doesn't charge any fee for Ethereum or Bitcoin, I don't believe, but it may do it with other currencies. But the network fee is essentially, I usually, try to make sure that I'm catching good times on the network fee. It can definitely vary. It depends on the price and it depends on the demand of people mining. So as you can see, this is basically all it takes. So all I had to do was copy my public address to my to address, and I selected that I'm going to pay with Ethereum. So I continue. It calculates my my network fee along with this, and it says that it's going to take less than 10 minutes. Now the reason why it takes less than 10 minutes or around 10 minutes is because people that are mining Bitcoin are essentially approving that this transaction happened, and it's going through the Ethereum network to get to your wallet. So it's kind of almost like a handshake process, right? Someone comes up, says, hey man, I'm gonna give you $5, And the other person's like, okay, man, they shake on it. This shake is essentially what's happening on the network when people are mining, right? So someone's doing some hash guessing, some nonce guessing, sorry, on these strings of whatever block that the Ethereum's coming through, and they're proving that that transaction happened, basically. So that's a little deep. You can definitely do more research on that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you, hopefully, how I'm going to be sending some BAT to my Jaxx wallet. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to BAT. I'm going to copy that address. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a utility token, because that's what BAT is. And I'm going to go ahead and paste in my my address here. Now it says sending to Ethereum address, but that is because the BAT is a utility address on the Ethereum network. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just basically say, well, it shows that I have 169.7, etc. So I'm going to send about, we'll go ahead and say I'm going to send 120 BAT. And I'm going to say, well, we can just say all of it. And we can kind of see how much the network fee is going to cost me to send this money. So it looks like right now it's going to cost me about 37 BAT to send this. Now this, like I said, this may change over time. You never really know what's going on unless you have more in-depth knowledge. When it's going to go higher, when it's going to be cheaper, you just kind of have to check on it every now and then. But if you're transferring large amounts of money, this is definitely the most appropriate way. Even though it looks like you're having to pay this huge network fee, it really doesn't matter, because in the end, you're securing your money. You're making sure that no one else can access that money, even though you may have to pay a small fee for it. Now, this fee does not go toward Uphold in general. This goes toward the miners that are working to actually make this transaction work. So what we'll do is, I'm not going to do the whole amount right now. We'll go ahead and say, I'll do 100. So it's saying that I'm still doing about 37 on the network fee. So we'll just go ahead and confirm it. And I will, whatever. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and verify that this is me real quick. And I'll be right back. All right, guys, and we're back. So that only took about 7 minutes to actually transfer to my wallet. As you can see here, under my holdings for BAT, you can see 100 BAT, and I can actually show more. Look at the transactions here, and click on that. You can see that I received it from this public address. This public address is obviously public on the network. Anyone can see this. They may not know the name that it's tied to, obviously, but they can see that this address sent 100 BAT to my public address on my wallet. So yeah, anyways, so you can see a few other things here. You can see the details, the value now, the value that I got it at, and then maybe the value now. So maybe the value might go up later. I can see that here. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And so this is basically it, guys. So I'm glad that you guys got it all set up easily and no flaws or anything. No, just kidding. But there are just a few more things that I want to walk you through. So let's go back here. We'll go home. And obviously here it says total withholding 0. I believe that's because I did a utility token instead of a crypto. So say I put Bitcoin or Ethereum, it'll obviously show here. I'll be able to do all that good jazz there. So one last thing I'm going to show you is so with our disk image, right? So what we're going to want to do is just completely close out our wallet. So that's going to exit. We're going to come back here to where we were, and we're just going to simply eject this disk. And this essentially is the most important part, is when you get off of your computer, when you get out of your wallet, make sure you're ejecting that disk, because as long as it's open for people to basically, if they were to get into your network, get on your home device, your desktop, whatever, that utility is still connected, so they could easily get into it. And that would be no problem for any hacker that knows what he's doing once he gets the remote access onto your computer. So yeah, guys, and this has basically been it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I could really help some people out. I know crypto is really booming right now with people, especially my age. And so I just want to be able to inform people of certain things that they should look out for, such as exchanges like Robinhood, where you can actually access your cryptocurrency. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my Windows machine, show you a quick tutorial on how to encrypt a folder there to be able to store Jaxx onto. The installation process is going to be the same. You're going to click and drag the exe into the folder, all that good jazz. So if you guys really enjoyed this, please leave a like and comment. Share it with your friends that may be interested. I did this for my friend group. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, peace out. What's up, guys? So I know I promised that I would add a short clip at the end of this video kind of demonstrating how you would encrypt a file on Windows. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of access right now, so I completely apologize for that. I hope you guys still enjoy the video. I will leave exact instructions in the description on how to encrypt a folder and put your contents of your Jaxx wallet within it. So I hope you guys still enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.